Jim, we've got varsity basketball action for you tonight. We have Windsor in the green uniforms, MSJ in their home whites, and a very depleted MSJ squad as Ryan Carter unable to play today as a sprained wrist, and also missing Jacob Balestra. So two starters out of that lineup, and they have 7 players available. And Windsor, a team that likes to go up and down the floor about 100 miles an hour, and they'll press you all night long. And this is the kind of team that you need a lot of fresh legs for. And this is a game that these two teams already played once. It's going to be a push from behind on Golke, number 42. So Golke will be called for the foul. Joe Davin out there along with Jack DePalma. A couple local guys calling the game tonight in the stripes. But yeah, I mean, you start looking at the press all night long, and you want to rotate bodies around or any foul trouble, and it's not going to happen. And that's going to be out from Buckner on the bounce. Buckner extremely quick, good shooter. He likes to drive to the basket and can step outside, hit the three. And defensively, he's just going to drive you nuts all night. Margolin will have his hands full tonight with Buckner. But these two teams played up in Windsor. MSJ had a 9-point lead in the fourth quarter, ended up giving up a 19-2 run and losing the basketball game to Windsor. So 2-2 the score, or 2-0 the score, I'm sorry. MSJ with the first basket. That's going to be Ben Benedict. He got the start tonight. And Chris Reedy also out there. And yeah, he followed the pick. Golke got open, and the shot will go up and in. Reedy came up top to help defensively. Then Golke just rolled to the basket, and there was nobody there to stop him. It's going to be Benedict with the catch, and a lot of traffic. He'll dribble himself back to some open spot on the floor and wait for Mercado. Now Mercado with the basketball. They're going to see Mercado log a lot of minutes tonight with Margolin. Tempo is going to be the key tonight, along with the defensive rebounding. Because if MSJ can get the defensive rebounds, they can dictate the tempo. They want to slow the game down. They definitely do not want to run with Windsor. And the foul. Mercado got inside. He got fouled, and I believe he's going to get 2 shots. Wait and see what Jack says. 2 shots. So Brandon Mercado will be at the line. And first trip to the line tonight for either side. We're tied at 2 with 6:58 to go, and that foul was on number 32. That's Jeff Daniel. Mercado with his first year here at MSJ. Played football in the fall, playing basketball here in the winter, and has really excelled at both, and he'll make that basket, and it'll be 3-2 with the Mounties. And he'll get them both. If Windsor can get the things tempoed up to where they want to run and gun, that's going to be a long night for the Mounties. Carter talking to him before the basketball game says he's out a week. Balestra, more serious, an Achilles injury, and he's going to get reevaluated on Friday. That's going to be a foul. Yeah. And I believe Rhodes will pick it up. They got him on the arm, should be shots. Yeah, so Nolan Rhodes will pick up the foul, and there'll be 2 shots coming up for big number 32 out there, Jeffrey Daniels. So Daniel will step to the line. The clock will stop at 6:45 to go in the first quarter. That's the first team foul on MSJ. 2 on Windsor, and they're all set now. Joe Davin will hand the ball off, and Daniel taking his time. Will sight the basket, and no. He'll get a second chance here. Getting a couple of JV players tonight. Still have quarters left. Sexton and Altabel, and then Webster, the lone varsity player on the bench. So fouls imperative not to get in foul trouble for MSJ of all nights. Yeah, and it's going to be Mercado, and you're going to see him get a lot of touches. Reedy got in front of Golke, made the catch, got himself available for the pass, and now the long throw up in the front court. It'll be Rhodes. He'll put it on the floor a few times, and he wants to give it off to Margolin. You see Buckner on Margolin, and he's going to make him work all night long. It'll be interesting to see when they do make the change for Brest and Margolin. They'll bring Webster in. Webster had a lot of trouble in the last ball game against the press defense of Burton. We'll see how he'll handle the much quicker, much better team, and that's going to be a foul on Margolin. Yeah, and that's a foul they can't afford right there, is to have Margolin get in foul trouble, especially trying to match up against Buckner. So Buckner will head to the line, and going to have 2 shots coming this way. 2 team fouls apiece now, and score 4-3 MSJ. And Buckner will be no. Windsor, a squad that usually shoot the perimeter jump shot, the 3-ball there. They'll put up a ton of threes and be very good percentage-wise, but they'll struggle from the free throw line. And that's always baffling to me to see that. Be a perimeter shooting team, but have problems from the free throw line. And Rhodes, he'll spin, and there's the defense right there on him. They'll give it out to Margolin, and he wants to slide along the baseline and gives it to Reedy, up and in. Nice no-look pass from Margolin to Reedy. And Aldrich, good-sized point guard, tall. He's going to be matched up against Benedict out there. And actually, he's the number 2 guard. Buckner is the starting point guard. And Reedy with the steal wisely gave it back to Margolin. 6-3 the Mounties with the lead. And it's going to take a 4-quarter effort tonight by MSJ. And it's going to be Reedy, no good. And should be white basketball. It will be white basketball. It goes off from Daniel out of bounds. Joe Davin. We'll just wait. Mercado will take the ball and put it into play for MSJ. They want to slide over a couple feet, and there he goes. Yeah, Rhodes just faked in, came out, and that's Daniel on Rhodes. And then Nolan has an awful tendency to kill the dribble early like that, and he'll give the ball to Margolin. Reedy to Margolin. They want to go back to Reedy, and he steps back, and he'll hit the front of the rim. Fouls his shot up, and no. Another offensive rebound, and got it. Couple offensive chances there, and they'll cash it in and make it 8-3. MSJ. Everybody just kind of stood and watched him take the rebounds. Daniel, free throw line, got it. Off balance with the defender on him, and Mercado to Margolin. He'll put those brakes on, and he'll wait all the way back to the other side of the floor. And boy, he's being leaned on. That's a good call. Yep. Aldrich will be called for the foul, and he basically was just leaning on him all the time. And so Benedict, number 14, will head over to the far side, to the bleacher side at the Convent Avenue Gym. And Benedict will get it to Margolin. There's Buckner on him. That's the matchup. There's Benedict up, and got it. Nice job of starting off the screen, up top, never slowed down, went to the hole. 10-5 MSJ. Now they wanted to go down inside and it just wasn't there. And so Buckner now hasn't had a lot of touches, but he's got the basketball now and he's working between the circles and he wants a little give and go play. And Margolin follows him, lost him, the throw back. Reedy broke it up and it's going to become MSJ basketball. Little tempo, and they don't want to do that. They don't want to lose the tempo. Is going to be the key tonight. And they get it all the way down, and I don't think Reedy touched it, but he certainly altered it. And then the throw back in from Buckner will be stolen away by Margolin, and Margolin to Benedict. He'll set his feet and traveled. Yep. He was riding a horse out there, and he just galloped along, and he traveled. Coming in for Windsor will be Tancredi. Cody Tancredi will come in, and he'll replace Goki. That's a Windsor change, and then we're going to wait for Mercado. He'll tie his shoe up, and we'll get set to go. We have 4:19 to go in the first quarter. Play 10-5 MSJ. First quarter isn't the real problem. It's how they go as far as foul trouble and endurance goes. And there's a crossover, and Benedict able to disrupt the flow. And yeah, just carelessness right there. As Benedict slapped the ball away, and then goes off from the hands of Aldrich out of bounds. And he'll set up the press. Lenz is number 23, Tim Lenz out there. He's going to try to deny the ball into Margolin. Mercado will make the grab and then go to Benedict. Benedict waits for everybody to cross the timeline. Buckner will match up now with Benedict. And nice grab by Mercado. Great hands. Benedict baseline, and he'll just start back out top. 3 ball. Yes, he'll get it. Mercado. He had a game earlier this year, Mercado did, against Otter Valley, where he had 6 3-pointers. But he's as comfortable slashing to the basket as he is standing on the arc. And another turnover, and going to have a foul. Blocking foul called on Buckner. As MSJ cranked up the tempo, and we'll get the foul call, and that's going to be the 4th team foul. We're going to have a sub coming in for Windsor. It'll be number 10 coming in. That's Kane O'Neill. So O'Neill into the basketball game for Windsor, and that's going to be Benedict. Then Benedict will just wait, and Mercado will come to him, to the ball, and Benedict will set the screen. Mercado brushed off it. We'll go back to Benedict. MSJ up by 8, 13-5, and they'll throw the ball away. Yeah, Margolin started to go inside. The pass came outside. I'm not really sure whose problem that was, but it will become a turnover, and the ball went down the corridor here at the Convent Avenue Gym, and they'll have to go down and chase it. Get the basketball. Here comes Jack. Jack DePalma, Joe Davin, the officials tonight. And this is Lenz with the basketball. So Tim Lenz, number 23 now, is going to run the play. I'm surprised by how they're keeping the ball, his own teammates is keeping the ball away from Buckner. There's inside, up, and no finish. Offensive rebound, no, and I believe that was partially touched and foul. Now Mercado and Reedy there. Then you got, see Jack where they're scolding people. Mercado and Daniel, and that'll be Reedy's first foul. And Windsor getting on the offensive glass right there, and actually one of the shots was actually tipped by MSJ. So Daniel at the line. Yep, going to get the bounce. 13-6, and that's going to be the 3rd team foul on the Mounties. The good news is it's all individual fouls, nobody with more than 1 foul apiece, and that will be good. Got patience against the press and get out. Oh, Benedict with the ball out from Buckner will not get the shot to drop. Benedict with the rebound, and he'll find Margolin, and he's going to have the ball taken away. And that's going to be twice now that Buckner got in there and caused just holy devil on the ball, and that's going to be way outside by Lenz. Buckner will get there. Buckner, boy, he pulled the shot down twice in the paint, and no good. Going to have a foul and rebounding action, and I believe Daniel will get it. Yeah, and that's going to be a push from behind on Daniel, and it's actually they're going to go to number 12. I'm sorry, they're going to go Tancredi with the foul. That's going to be his first personal and the team's 5th. And again, MSJ got to have patience and take care of that basketball. Got to work it up against the press. 13-7, 2:53 to go. First quarter action. Mercado in that corner, and they'll come off the Nolan Rhodes. There, they brought the ball back to the middle of the floor, and that opened up the press. And Reedy with the good hands. Reedy, few moves along the baseline. Got it! Reedy! From way on the arc and in, and again, he just worked himself in, let the defender go by, and swished it. 15-7, the Mounties. Lenz to the free throw line. He'll back up. He brought the defender out, tried to take him off the dribble, and that's a 3-ball, and that's not going to happen. It's going to be a 1-and-out. Benedict will turn away from the pressure, and let the trap come to him, then throw over the top. Margolin to Reedy, and oh, what a play. What quick hands right there by Tancredi. This is Buckner with 2:12 to go, and they'll find Lenz. Lenz lost the handle on the ball, able to recover it. Buckner for a 3-pointer. No, front rimmed it in the paint with the rebound, and no. And that is Windsor's style of basketball. It looks undisciplined at times, but that's the way Coach Harry Ledoux likes to play it. Just wild and woolly up in Windsor. Aldridge will come back in the basketball game, 24. Remember, he started the ball game, took a breather, and now he's back in there. Aldridge was a tough matchup at the guard position for MSJ. Look at the height on the guy. Just bring it in. Tancredi will pass up the shot, and Aldridge wants to go down inside, and boy, fortunate he'll miss that. And he'll get the loose ball as MSJ got caught watching that, and that's not going to happen. And Daniel up and got it. Just too much Daniel on the boards right there, and they'll throw the ball away. And Windsor up and no. One more time, yes. We have an MSJ timeout. 15-11 Windsor, and they're going to bring Webster into the basketball game for the Mounties when we come back from the fade. Coach Paquette, and he also brought Webster in to give Benedict a breather. Well, again, only 7 players available for MSJ, and fatigue's going to be a big factor tonight in foul trouble. And Webster, he had trouble against the press the other night, and he had trouble right there. He got in the corner, and again, they wanted him to give the ball fake, then the bounce pass. And one of the other problems was his height right there. He was just engulfed by the taller Windsor players. Margolin, he'll wrap the pass around to Webster, and up ahead to Reedy. He'll make the catch and got the finish. Technical foul, yeah. He had his hand in the rim, yeah. He had his hand in the cylinder. That's what Joe called. I'll let Joe make the call, but that's what he had. He had his hand up through the cylinder, yeah. He's going to check with Jackie, but. That's what Tancredi got. Will be called for the technical foul. He went up through the basket, up through the cylinder, and that's going to be the foul. The basket will count 17-11, and they're going to send Margolin to the line, and he'll take the technical foul. That's a 6-team foul, and also counts as a personal foul. And Sexton's coming in the ballgame for Rhodes. And like I said, Sexton played just 1 quarter JV ball, so he has all 3 quarters of this varsity game left now that we're in, well, almost to the second quarter, so. And he'll get them both, 19-11, and the ball should come back over to MSJ. Now you can't go up through the bottom of the basket now, and that's what they did. And the coach, Harry Ledoux, who's just a fabulous guy, talking for Windsor, he brought Aldridge right over, or he brought Tancredi right over, and gave him quite a lecture about it. We tell you every practice to not do that. Webster's got something with the sidelines. He likes to work the sidelines, and it's just nothing but trouble. Buckner and everybody backed off. Now he'll take the shot, and it won't happen for him. And that's going to be on the bounce off from Webster. And good effort. Got the inside position, just ran out of court. And that'll be Aldridge. He'll take the ball out of bounds, number 24. Sexton on the ball, and they'll just get it into Buckner. And to Daniel, they'll play a little inside-outside game. There's that great acceleration. And, boy, he's just leaving his shots a little short. Offensive rebound put up and in. That was number 10 out there, Kane O'Neill. Boy, Reedy just got it back to Mercado. And Sexton had to sit on the rim and it wouldn't drop. There's the long pass to Lenz, and he's going to have a breakaway and get it. That's Windsor's, right there's what they want. Full throttle, helter-skelter. Mercado with the catch. Mercado's across the timeline. He's got to slow it down. Or do that. That's pretty cool, too. 21-15. Mounties with 21 first quarter points. Buckner to Daniel, and boy, they've got to stop the ball up top right there. 20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Webster will go to Margolin. Yep, he went back to the middle of the floor. Margolin will accelerate into the front court. And oh, you expected Reedy to release and go across the baseline. They threw the ball away, and Windsor will have a chance to cut into that 4-point lead. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. Aldridge and Buckner in the back court. And it has been a good first quarter to watch. Buckner lets the clock come down to 7-6. Margolin's already got one foul. That's Lenz, and no. Look at that offensive rebound. No good. No escape with a 4-point lead. 21-17. If there's one area you really want to talk about in the huddle here, it's getting boxed out and get the boards. So it looks like the same five that just left the floor for MSJ with Margolin, Mercado, Sexton, Rhodes, and Webster. So Reedy's out of the ballgame, and Webster will step back and hit that 2-point shot. Nice shot by Webster. Saw that they backed off him, so he took it. 23-17, and all of a sudden everything gets cranked back up again. Both benches, the crowds, and the players. That's Buckner, who was very quiet. That's O'Neal, and that was Sexton that came out. They got the numbers right now, a 3-on-2 up ahead, and somebody got a piece of that. Sexton turns, and no. Well, I got to tell you, Mounties did a good job on the board, but here's a breakout the other way. Rhodes will stop the ball from coming down. Buckner, no, still looking for a shot, and another offensive rebound by Daniel. Count the basket! Daniel up, and he has had at least 7 or 8 boards already. That's going to be a foul called on 25. That's going to be Sexton with a foul. The basket's good, and 1 now, and this will chance to close the lead to 3. And boy, as far as shooting from the outside, Windsor not that hot, but they're getting on the glass. They're getting a lot of second and third chances. 23-20, Mounties lead down to 3. And Mercado gets it to Rhodes. Rhodes, nice job coming back to the ball. Mercado, yeah, we'll get it to Rhodes. That's a good press break. Up to Sexton. Oh, he had a shot and didn't take it. Webster will put it in, a little running one-hander. They got the ball back to the middle of the floor, and that was the key. Aldridge to Daniel. He's matched up against Rhodes. That's tough for Rhodes. That's a tough matchup. There you go. See the ball, get the ball. Margolin working against Buckner, and he'll skip the pass between 2 defenders to get it to Webster. Webster will curl, bring the ball back to Margolin. 25-20 the Mounties with 6:43 to go in the second quarter. Mercado with the kick out, and they'll pass up the shot from the wing. Margolin. Oh, yeah, that's a tough matchup for him to beat him off the dribble. He's used to be able to take anybody off the dribble, but he won't be able to do that with Buckner tonight. And Margolin, no good. Rebound, weak side rebound will be controlled by Lenz. That's something Windsor does very well. It's on that weak side rebound. Oh, he got a 3-pointer. That was Aldridge with the 3-pointer, and Webster's in a lot of trouble. Got it to Mercado, and Aldridge able to ride him but not get the foul called. Here's Rhodes up, and left-hander will go. Nice press break by the Mounties. Here we go the other way. Buckner will have it slip through his hands. Oh, he was wide open. He was just thinking about the basket a little bit too early. 27-23. Goki coming in for Windsor, and that will bring Reedy off the bench for MSJ. Sexton coming out. Good minutes from Sexton in this first half of play. Again, it's going to be only 7 players available for MSJ, so it's a matter how they can. Oh, the turnover. Yep, they threw the ball away right there. Daniel up and got it. Easy bucket. Rhodes looks, finds Reedy. They want to get to a ball handler. They go to Webster. He'll make the catch across the timeline. To wait for everybody to get up there with him now. Now they need the spacing. And again, he's got a ball fake and bounce pass, or they'll have that taken away. Mercado for a 2-point shot will front rim it, and it's all green on the glass. Nobody for MSJ there on the glass. And it was Reedy that tipped it away to Mark. Going to the basket, Reedy. The quick hands for the big man. Here comes Aldridge down the floor. 29-25 MSJ. And this has been just great to watch. And blocked by Reedy. Oh, he ate him up. Reedy said, not in my house. Margolin with the pass picked off. He was trying to go to Webster, and look at Webster with the quick hands. Buckner will recover the basketball. He'll go to Aldridge. He'll kick it out. This is Lenz. He'll step up for the 3-ball. No. Rebound. Reedy will tip it to himself and then find Webster. Webster back to the middle of the floor. Too much juice on it. Right idea. Just had a little bit too much loft on it. And here's Margolin. He should just, yep. Get it up to Mercado. Oh, Reedy was just waving his hands down there. He's nothing but open. Reedy shot, and no, it won't happen. Tell you, the pace definitely favoring Windsor, and they got a deeper bench to work with. Goki will get it up, and yes, Goki will get it. I tell you, it is an up and down the game floor right here, floor game, and it is a fans game tonight. And that's going to be bounced around. They're looking for Rhodes, and they might need to take a timeout here as Daniel will lose it off his foot, and he'll go out of bounds off from Webster. And yeah, they are going to take a timeout, and they need it. 29-27 amount. He's 4:19 to go in the second quarter. Don't be long, you know, because this is going fast. You'll miss a lot. Area that you got to look at too tonight. Game management by the coach. How to use those timeouts, not, you know, overuse them and have them not at the end of the game when you need them. But he's got to be able to pace his team with the timeouts, let them get their second wins. Use it like a substitution, you know, by not having the players to plug in and out. Use the timeouts for the breaks to get fresh legs again. Oh, three-pointer. Windsor will take their first lead of the night at 30-29. Benedict back in the basketball game in that corner, and he'll go to Margolin now. Margolin going to throw it away. Yeah, spacing was all off on the press break this time, and Windsor, see if they've got a run in them with 3:57 to go. They've made up about 9 points in his second quarter, and they lead by 1. 3:56 to go in this second quarter of basketball. And Aldrich wants him to clear out that side. Yep. He has Benedict lined up, and that's going to be a defensive kick, and they'll just take the ball back out of bounds, and they'll have it right in front of the MSJ bench. So James Aldrich will bring in the Buckner. One thing MSJ did, they have contained Buckner for the most part, but it has been Danu that has really done a lot of damage. And we got stripped by Reedy, and it's going to be out of Reedy's hands, out of bounds. Reedy actually got that going away from the backside. And you can see they're going to set the box formation up with the ball right into their own basket. And Aldrich, Golke traveled. Oh, they're going to call a foul on that. Reedy will pick up his second foul. That's 2 fouls. That's very important to keep track of. 3:36 to go in this first half, and a third foul here would really change strategy for that third quarter. They'll lob it into Daniel. He'll fall backwards and swish it. That's pretty casual, but he made it. 32-29 Windsor. Margolin and company are going left to right way too much than going forward. Somebody's got to come to the ball now, and they're going to throw it up, and yeah, nobody coming to the basketball, and Tancredi can't get the finish, and we're going to have a foul. Nolan Rhodes will pick up the foul. That's going to be 2 on Nolan, 2 on Reedy, and Mercado coming in the ball game for Webster for MSJ. That's not a good sign. When you ask the player coming out who he had, and he says, I don't know. Obviously, he didn't know a minute ago either. Look at the wheel to the basket. Golke will get the finish, and the lead now at 5 points. And you could feel it coming, the wave from Windsor. You could just feel it, and there's going to be a foul called, and it should be the 1-on-1. Aldrich will pick up the foul, and that's going to be his third personal. And that'll bring Lenz off the bench, and Lenz will be at the scores table, and he'll come in now. Since it's a 1-on-1, he'll allow him to come in, and Aldrich will sit down with those 3 fouls. MSJ would just let him switch the clock here. Yeah, foul should be the other way. Yeah. So 34-29, and stays 34-29. A lot of that could be just tired legs on that free throw, and they're going to put a little pressure in the backcourt. Now Lenz will bring the ball down. Well, everybody's in a bonus situation now the rest of this first half, which has 2:51 to go in it. Golke faked me out, and they'll bring the ball now over to Tancredi. We'll kick it out. Danu. Tancredi. They're going to play a little inside-outside game, and there's going to be a steal. Rhodes up ahead to Mercado. Great catch. Ball's behind the back, and he'll get up, and oh, he missed it. What an athletic move, though, not to travel, catch the ball, keep control of it, and just missed the shot at the end. Now, they don't want Reedy reaching like that. He'll pick up his third foul. Defense is still played with your feet. And there's the cut along the baseline, and they'll kick the ball out, and got it! Tancredi with nothing but the bottom of the net. And the lead now up to 8, 37-29. Reedy will get the old tip pass. They're awful close to that 10-second count. And it's going to be off a Windsor player's leg. Sexton will be coming in the basketball game for Reedy for MSJ, and Benedict will take the ball out of bounds. Benedict 14 right there in front of the scores table, and the Mounties had a good first quarter. Windsor having a very good second quarter, and they've got the lead with 2 minutes, 1 second to go in this first half of play. That's Lenz now matching up against Margol, and he'll go behind his back, chase it down, get inside the paint, force it up. It's another 1 and out, and here comes Windsor. They release. They only play 3 men deep. They play 2 men back at the line, and the lead goes to 10 now. Yeah, well, one area right there, he's about to say they're not going forward enough. Mercado ran to a brick wall out there. I mean, that was just a sudden stop, and see if he'll get 2 shots. Goki will be called for the foul, and 2 shots coming up for Mercado. I don't know, they're acting like he embellished that, but that was a pretty solid guy yet, and he went down pretty good, so I don't think there's a lot of embellishing there. He'll make the first free throw, cuts the lead down to 9 now. It's been quite a blitz here by Windsor, and you know, one of the keys to getting the tempo is to get the defensive rebound, outlet the ball, and get it going down the floor, and Windsor's done that. That's Daniel with another rebound. He'll come down to Lenz. This is Goki playing against Benedict, and yep. That's a good job right there. They found the matchup. Goki just bigger and stronger than Benedict, just took the ball right to him. That's where you got to have the help defense, and they didn't drop anybody around on the weak side to come in, and it goes to 1:24 on the clock, and that's going to be Benedict's first personal foul, and Goki with a 1 and 1 right here, taking his time, good patience, and got it. And Windsor with some solid bodies out there. That's a fast, physical team. Puts the lead back at 10 at 40-30. Yeah, so out there also on the floor, I forgot to mention, is Alex Boulogne. Boulogne 21 out there for Windsor. First time in the ball game. About 2 minutes ago, he came into the basketball game. Benedict, they're going to, again, they're working the ball, a lot of left to right stuff here. Margolin should just come up over the line now, and that's what he'll do, and that's where Lenz will pick him up. Minute 14 on the game clock. There is no shot clock to worry about in the state of Vermont. Mercado for 3 will be off the mark, and again, tired legs. Yep. Show up on those jump shots, and that was a possession where they really didn't need to go shot selection-wise. They need a little more time of possession, maybe get something inside. Nice job by Benedict. Read the pass coming down to Boulogne, and here comes Benedict in the front court. He's going all the way up, and count it, Benedict! Oh, they let him get below the free throw line, and he just kept going. Joe Davin says the basket's good. Goki will pick up the foul, and Buckner will be coming in for Windsor. He's going to come in for Goki. And that was big, cuts the lead to 9, a chance to make it 8 on a made free throw. 55.6 seconds to go. And Goki's third personal foul, so he'll join Aldrich with 3 on the Windsor bench. Also the 9th team foul, so the next foul Windsor will commit will be double bonus, and oh, he couldn't milk it in. Here comes Buckner, and again, MSJ wants to stop here. They go in there below double digits on a deficit, and Tancredi off the mark, tipped around. Oh, look how quick to the ball Buckner was. And that'll be Mercado this time, and Mercado. Windsor's slogan is there is no bad shot. I mean, they just catch and shoot wherever they are, and there's no repercussions to it, and it's fun to watch. And Margolin danced through the lane, did a nice job of getting open. No travel call, he got a 3-on-1. Daniel Mercado behind the back pass to Lenz, and he'll get it. Tell you, for a big guy, Daniel's extremely agile. Nice catch, and Rhodes had taken away. Just too much speed right there. Rhodes really not in a position where he should be handling the ball, and the basket's going to count. Sexton's going to get the foul. The bucket's good. Lead will go back up now to 13. And just like that, with 29 seconds, Windsor put together quite a run in 29 seconds. Actually, 18 seconds, they put together quite a run. It leads at 13, still 11 on the clock. And that's going to be 2 on Sexton. And you'll get it. Tell you what, that Jeff Daniels, fun kid to watch. Whoa. Number 32 out there for Windsor. And then they got a chance for another bucket, and Sexton's going to get called, and not really sure what he's doing there. Just frustrated with the speed on the court of Windsor. Okay, so they check in. It's just the 9th foul. So it's still just the 1-and-1. And boy, with a blink of an eye, they had it with 55 seconds to go. They had a chance to cut the lead to 8. Missed the free throw, and it's gone up to 14. That happened fast. Daniel, very good touch from the line. That's become Sexton's third personal. I believe, yeah, he's the only one on the Mountie bench with 3 personal fouls. And both shots will drop. And Benedict, even with 4 seconds, you got to take care of the basketball. Sexton will turn, and that will not count. It's going to be 48-32 Windsor with the lead at the half. Well, the first 4 minutes right here for MSJ. They're down 16. They had a lead at the second quarter, between the first and second quarter. I think it got as high as 9. And Daniel down low will make that beautiful athletic move by Daniel. They've had no answer for Jeff Daniel, and he's just been a wrecking crew out there. Mercado into the front court. And MSJ just can't get frustrated with the game. There's still 2 full quarters of basketball to go. Lead is at 50-32. There's a turnover, and here comes the break the other way. It's Tancredi to Buckner, and the finish by Buckner. And they're on a 4-0 run to start this third quarter. And again, it seems like it's slipped away, but it is slipping away. Lead is at 20 right now, and it's going to be stolen away by Aldridge to Buckner, and 6 straight points by Windsor. And if MSJ was on the road, I'd say start the bus up. 54-32, Benedict with the basketball, and he'll break into the front court. And it's going to be caught by Mark Golan, and passes down at his feet, and Benedict will hold, and he'll wait for the cutter to go through. Nothing open, he'll come back to Rhodes. Rhodes to Benedict, he'll step out at the arc, want to dump it down to Mercado. Yeah, and they've got a big hole to climb out of right now. They're 22 points, 54-32, and Rhodes he worked all the way inside, brought it back out to Mercado, and he's going to have 3 free throws. And Aldridge will pick up his 4th foul, and it's also going to be 3 free throws. Yeah, because he's beyond the arc. And Mercado now will head to the line, and it is, well, they have it as 3. I thought he had 3 in the first half, but they have it as 3 on the board, so we'll have to go with that. There's 1 of 3 free throws. First one made. Two of 2. He's got 1 more. Brings the lead back to 54-34. And he got all 3. And really, I did a Fort Kent, Maine CSJ boys basketball game the other day where CSJ was down by 29 points at one portion of the game. They're down by 25 with 9:25 to go, and they came back and should have won the ball game. I mean, so really, you can do it. It takes an exceptional cause. Now he's definitely got 4. Yeah. Yeah, and that's going to bring Kane O'Neill off the bench, number 10. He's going to come in for Aldrich with 4 fouls now, and let me show have the ball out of bounds on the baseline. Team foul-wise, it's 2 this half. But Margolin just in a whole lot of green down there, but he's able to dribble his way out of trouble, and that doesn't usually work for you, but he paid off that time. And Benedict with O'Neill on the defense out there, trying to deny the ball into Rhodes. They really had no option to flash down inside. Reedy was up high that time. That's going to be off from Reedy out of bounds. It'll be Windsor basketball. Okay, and MSJ going to pick up at midcourt defensively. And we'll see later on in the game if they go to a little more urgent style of defense. But for right now, they're going to stay man-to-man. And that shot will come from the outside, and it'll be off the mark. The rebound will be Mercado. Mercado looking to run with Windsor. Mercado will lose the handle on the ball. Buckner will pick it up, and there's a 2-on-2 developing, and that's Benedict that hustled back to take away the easy layup. That's a good job by Benedict. Caught shot, and no. Rebound, weak side, Windsor. O'Neill. As Reedy took it away, kind of, and Daniel's still fighting for it. Mercado will come across. Mercado will have it. Now he's going to go back to the middle of the floor to Reedy. To Rhodes. He'll cross the timeline, hand the ball off to Margolin. Margolin will come off to Mercado. He'll get along the baseline, hand it off to Rhodes. Oh, put it up there with some juice. Mercado had it, yeah. Got to finish in tight. 37 points up there for MSJ now. 56-37, Windsor. Point Daniel. He'll step back, he'll let it fly, and he'll get it. 3-pointer for Daniel. He's hit from everywhere on the floor with a power game inside with a mid-range jumper, and now a 3-point shot, and he's been good from the free throw line. Benedict with the catch, and boy, Buckner got back and just took away any chance for an easy bucket. Mercado will get it. Mercado with his second three-pointer of the basketball game. You didn't lead down to 19. You got to just take a bucket at a time here, and you need some little defensive stops, maybe some breaks, maybe some missed shots here, or 1 or 2 free throws instead of baskets. And Daniel, just unstoppable. Rhodes to the free throw line to Benedict. Benedict will retreat to go forward, and he'll give it back to Rhodes. And Rhodes now to Margolin to Mercado. Mercado. Boy, he caught the what an athletic play, and Reedy will leave it short. Mercado inside. We'll save it back to Reedy, and Mercado's just out there playing out of his mind. Mercado doing it all. Reedy got the bucket, but Mercado kept the ball alive. Actually got the assist. 61-42, Windsor by 19. Come on, boy. Come on, Daniel and Rhodes, and then Daniel just take him in and got the shot up. Didn't happen. Rebound will come down to Windsor. It'll be Lenz that will bring it out. Lenz at the top of the circle will drive all the way in. Foul, count the basket. Yeah, nobody switched off. On a zone defense, they were able to get down like that and penetrate the paint. And Webster will be coming in for MSJ now. And I'm waiting to see Benedict will come out. Webster will come in, and that will happen with 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Okay, so they get the defensive change made, and they're going to have Webster on the 3 spot on the box, and they're going to have Lenz at the free throw line. That's going to become the third foul on Rhodes also. First of the half on the team, and that'll be a 3-point play, and it'll be 64-42. And Mercado having a great third quarter. Gets the ball to Rhodes, and Bill Curl come back, and now Margolin with the basketball. To Reedy, got it. Reedy's point-wise doing well tonight. Got the lead at 20 though. You see Tancredi, a little running one-hander, but they give up the offensive rebound. A hook shot up and in off the banked it up and in. Kane O'Neill, very creative shot right there. Boy, Rhodes able to plant the pivot but not get called for a travel, and they'll go baseline to Reedy. Got down the floor and got the basket. Nice job, Reedy, getting down the floor. Back to 20 again, and they're going to have Beloin at the scores table for Windsor number 21. He'll be checking in for the Yellow Jackets. And it's going to be Buckner against Margolin, and they'll bring Tancredi out. Daniel, no, a rare miss for Daniel tonight, and the weak side rebound will be saved by O'Neill. And boy, Windsor just hustles all the time. Lenz will fire it up. It'll rim out on him. And Mercado will try to get the handle on the basketball. He will, and he'll find Webster. Nice catch by Webster. Webster will get the ball off to Margolin. He traveled. Yeah, there just spacing was too tight, and he literally handed the ball off to him. And now Beloin will come in, and Beloin's going to take Tancredi's spot for Windsor. So we'll have Buckner and Lenz in the back court, and they won't have any problem bringing the ball up, as MSJ will not pick up until mid-court. 2:23 to go in a very brisk third quarter. I believe there's only been that one timeout called. O'Neill to Lenz, and they'll swing it out to Buckner, and Buckner to Daniel. He'll pass up the shot, come off to Lenz. He'll catch and fire, and no. Rebound will be taken out there by MSJ, and Rhodes will step through, and Webster will save the ball this time. He reached out and made the catch, and Margolin will go down inside to Rhodes. He'll fall back and try to go up left-handed. Mercado, pump fake, foul. Yep. Tell you what, Mercado playing tough down inside, and he's going to the line to shoot too. Mercado has been the third quarter for MSJ. He's done a nice job hustling out there. Goki will be at the scores table. This is going to be a Windsor change on the second shot, and the clock is stopped at 1:54. Remember, he had the 3 free throws in a row on that 3-point shot that he got fouled on, so he's 3 for his last 3. 4 for his last 4. And Golke's going to come in for O'Neill for Windsor. So they get set for Mercado. So it's Webster, Margolin, Mercado, Reedy, and Rhodes out there for MSJ. Daniel brought the ball, and he's got Lenz out there. Golke 42. 21 is Beloin, and then Buckner with the ball. So that's the 5 out there for Windsor. Golke inside, up too strong. Rebound will be Reedy off the back of his head. We have a foul called on Golke. That's Golke. I think that's 4 fouls on Golke. Just waiting for the board. That's 4 on Golke, 4 on Aldrich for Windsor. And also 4 on the team, just to make it all 4s here. 3 of a kind. Yep. See Margolin waited till Lenz came to him, and they'll bring it back to Mercado. Once on the floor, and now he'll get it back. Nice little bounce pass, and Strip going up, and it'll be Goki with the quick hand, staying in the ballgame with the 4 fouls. Lenz will come back, and he'll get the tempo going now. He'll race into the front court to Buckner, up, and no. Buckner's uncharacteristic himself, been searching all night, and you can see Webster tried to duck out of the way of that play where they throw the ball at you, and it goes out of bounds off you. Knew it was coming, still couldn't stop it, and the coach said, just grab it next time. Easier said than done. 75 seconds to go in the third quarter. 66-48. Windsor with the lead. And at one time they trailed at the end of the first quarter by 9. Unofficially 9. Could have been 8. Mercado. Reedy will save it and come all the way back to Webster. Passes up to 3. Passes up to 2. Comes back to Margolin and got it. Like I said, you're really down to 15. What they need now is to finish the last 45 seconds by not allowing another bucket here by Windsor. A basket the other way would be good, but they at least got to make a stop defensively. They push the ball to Goki. He'll come back out the Lens, and boy, the offensive rebound. Buckner will put it up, and he'll miss. The weak side rebound, Goki, and we're going to have a foul called. I'll tell you, one area MSJ's really struggled tonight. They've given up a lot of weak side rebounds, and that's, especially with the zone defense, they shouldn't be having that happen. So 28.5 seconds to go and lead down to 15. Windsor will run the stack formation on the far side of the box. Daniel with the catch. They'll just swing it out to Lenz, and that was Webster that reached in there. No foul call. Now MSJ again sitting back there with that 2-3 zone, and they allow that long diagonal pass to Daniel back to Lenz. He's going to try a 3. Got it! Again, Windsor's motto is there is no bad shot, and he'll take that and make it. 9 seconds to go, third quarter. Up ahead to Reedy, and oh, he'll miss a little bunny. And Daniel will just wait. 69-51 Windsor going into the fourth quarter play on Munger Vision. They'll have the lead over the Mounties. So 8 minutes left in the basketball game, and it'll be Margolin with the ball. Well, barring overtime. But right now, let's just go with what we got. Looks like it could be an early night tonight. Margolin will come off the screen and get a 2-point shot for Margolin, and he's now scored 5 in the last few minutes. A 3-pointer in that shot there. 63-59. MSJ going to go to a little different look defensively and try to create some havoc and turnovers. Buckner will handle the ball nicely, break through the press, missed the shot. Rebound will come down to Mercado, and he's going to bring it up himself. Mercado would head up all the time, surveying the floor. Mercado being guarded by Lenz with Margolin. He'll slice inside, kick it back out to Webster, and nope. Put back, no. One more time, Mercado. Yeah, Mercado's got to be far and away the leading scorer for MSJ. 69-55, down to 14 now. And I'm telling you, that Fort Kent College game, they thought they had the thing sewn up. Oh, and Daniel will go to the hole. You know what it was? He gets his own rebound, takes the bump, goes up, and no. That's got to be Mercado. He'll tip it to himself and throw back, and he's got fouled. Tell you what, Mercado just coming to life here and giving MSJ a pulse in the fourth quarter. It's going to be the 5th team foul, 2nd on Boulogne. And Mercado will take the ball out of bounds. Webster with the touch. He'll come back to Mercado. Just got to have an unbelievable endurance by Mercado at the pace the game has been played at and the amount of minutes he has played. Webster up, and no. That's going to be slapped around. Rhodes almost able to keep it alive up ahead to Buckner. Margolin will almost get the block. Nice hustle by Margolin. Tell you, Margolin came real close to making quite the play there. They'll go to Webster in the middle of the floor, and at some point they've got to come forward. To Reedy, caught it under the basket, reverses, no. Grabbed that, up, and no. Boy, I tell you, just right there, just bad luck. Boulogne will push the ball to Lenz. Lenz will weave his way to the center of the court. He'll break it in the open. He'll give it off to Buckner, and he'll let it fly, and got it. 3-pointer for Buckner, and just like that, that comeback got a quick bump on the road. 74-55, Windsor with a lead with 6:16 to go in the basketball game. As an MSJ timeout, they took a full timeout, and they needed it. They kind of regroup. They got the lead down to 15, and all of a sudden, with a blink of an eye, it goes back to 74-55. Rose to Mercado, and you can just see how Windsor just fluid like a lava lamp down the floor defensively, how they just rotate around from side to side. Webster with the catch, goes baseline and stepped out of bounds. Yeah, and that's after an MSJ timeout. Yep. Those are the ones that just make you rub your forehead as a coach. You call the timeout, you set it up, and then you turn it over on an unforced error. See Lenz to Tancredi, and they'll give it off to Buckner. And Buckner, he'll accelerate now into the front court. That's going to be Lenz with the catch, and Reedy sealed him off. He couldn't shoot over the top of Reedy. And now you got to know where Lenz is on the perimeter. He's already shown you with his three-point shooting ability that he's a threat out there all the time. This is Tancredi, and he got it. That probably is going to be the air out of the balloon. 77-55, lead at 22 with 5:32 to go. Buckner gambled on a steal, and that's going to be Daniel. Great, look at that, just great. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. Quick hands to make the steal, then he threw the ball over his back of his head knowing he had somebody back there already, and 79-55, and it's looking more and more like a Windsor evening here. Windsor's JV squad won in convincing fashion over MSJ's JV squad. Webster up, and yep, foul on the floor. And I think Boulogne got called for the foul. Yeah, it's going to be 21 Boulogne. He'll get 3 fouls now, and that's going to be the 6th team foul. Foul on the floor, so MSJ just those 2 team fouls. Doesn't seem like a relevant point right now, but we'll see if that even matters in a few minutes. And Margolin will come to Webster. He'll go back to Mercado, and he's way outside the arc. He's off the mark by quite a bit. That's going to be a race to the sideline, and yeah, nice sportsmanship there. Yeah, and Mercado will take the ball out of bounds, number 22. Just flips it into Margolin. Comes off the screen set by Reedy, and he'll go off to Webster, and he'll let it fly from the outside. It'll be weak side rebound controlled by Mercado. He's just been everywhere out there. He's going to be a tired guy right now. Margolin will reset the offense. That's Tancredi, 12, who's keeping his distance on him right now. And he'll wait for the screen to be set, and he comes off this side. We'll flip it back to Reedy at the free throw line, and he'll be short on the shot. And got to have some tired legs now. Benedict will be coming back in Boulogne. Up, and got it. Yeah, it's over now, 81-55. Tell you what, you talk about one, not only quickness and speed out there, but they work so well together. I'm talking about Windsor. That's going to be saved by Mercado. Powell got tipped by Lenz. Mercado looking baseline, and he'll force it up, and they'll be off the mark, and Buckner will have the basketball now. And Mercado a little slow to get up. I think it's more fatigue than an injury. Buckner with a no-look pass to Daniel. He'll miss. A rare miss for Daniel, and Rhodes, and that pass intended for Mercado will go out of bounds, and it's just wide open now as Benedict will come in. That's been a good workout for the officials tonight. Getting up and down the floor. Think of a couple I'm glad didn't show up tonight. That's going to be Reedy with the catch, and he passed up the shot. He'll come to Webster. They'll run motion up top. Actually, they're just going to go to Margolin up top, and they'll just spread the floor now and run through the play, and they'll swing it over to Margolin. He's got the baseline, and they took it away. Reedy comes out, browned him, and they'll give the ball back to Reedy. Won't get the bounce to go his way. And out of the pack with it will come Daniel, and he's going to bring up the floor himself. Why not? He's done everything else very well tonight. Tancredi inside to Goki, and that, I think somebody got a hand on it. I would hope so on that shot. And going to have Jake Perkins 33 coming in now for Windsor, and Daniel will sit down with 3:23 to go. And I'll tell you what a player to watch. So Aldrich with the 4 fouls, which really didn't come into play at all back in the basketball game. And they'll just come up to Perkins. He'll make the grab, and that's going to be Margolin out bumping him up top. And then the help coming over from Webster. They'll go down to Goki, and I think Benedict's going to get the foul on the floor. Yeah, that's going to be Benedict with the foul, and that's only going to be the 14th foul. Benedict's second, and 3:17 to go in the basketball game. Again, the game played tonight without Ryan Carter, has sprained wrist. Jake Balestra has an Achilles injury. And the Mounties first quarter came out and really did a nice job, but just too much Windsor, too many bodies off the bench, and too much tempo. And that's a 3 ball from the outside. Mercado has just been outstanding tonight for the Mounties. They'll come back to Aldrich, and Mounties will settle back into that 2-3 zone, and that's going to be Tancredi. Got it. Oh, I tell you, that 84-58 Windsor. And they've done it on every spot on the floor. Couldn't even pick an area to try to pick to defend, tell you the truth, if I was the coach. Good looking team. I'll get it up to Perkins. He'll go to Tancredi, and Kane O'Neill will get the bucket. That's a couple buckets now for O'Neill in the basketball game. At least 4 points for Kane O'Neill. And they just let the clock come down to almost the 2-minute mark. Mercado will give to Margolin. There's the catch by Reedy. They back off him. He'll turn fire, and nope, can't get the roll. Follows the long shot up. It's going to be John Perkins. And tipped to Tancredi. Went out from the hands of Aldrich. Up ahead now to O'Neill, and he'll leave it on the rim, but there's Goki. Still hustling up and down the floor is Windsor. Take it easy, coach. Margolin wanted to wrap the ball around to Benedict, and the pass hit him kind of hard in the chest, but they're able to recover it. And Mercado got fouled. He's going to the line. And Aldrich will fall out. That's 5 fouls on Aldrich. So they're going to bring Lenz in to replace Aldrich. Yep. Yeah, and they got some moisture on the floor out there, and they want to get it picked up, and they're going to send Mercado to the line. And see Brandon catching his breath, and it's 1:45 to go in the basketball game. 30-point lead for Windsor as it's at 88-58. I think we're set to go. Yep. So Mercado will step up to the line, and yes, it's a 1-on-1. So Sexton and Altabel will be able to check in for MSJ. Reedy will sit down. And that'll rim out on Mercado, and they'll go off from, I believe, one off from Goki's hands. And I'm going to say last touch by Sexton, so it'll become Windsor basketball. It's going to be Tancredi and Lenz in the back court, along with Jenkins, with Perkins, number 33. Yeah, they're going to let Tancredi try to work it down the floor, and he'll spin away from Mercado, and they'll rifle it up head to Perkins, and he's going to take it up, and Sexton going to get the foul. Yeah. And it is 25 Sexton, and he'll pick up his 4th foul. Fouled in the act of shooting. Now stop the clock. Send Perkins to the line with just 1:34 to go. And you know, I think I forgot to tell you the website for Channel 15 is www.pegtv.com. Located in Building 24 at the House Center. And in case you don't have access to an internet or a computer, you can call them on the phone at 747-0151. Yeah, and that'll be Sexton with the rebound, and Kane O'Neill almost took it away and then grabbed again by Sexton, and he'll come down to Mercado. Mercado, why not? He's still hot. Tell you what, he's the type of player from MSJ who would like the style that Windsor plays, because Mercado is an extremely creative basketball player. Does a lot better in an open system than such a restricted playmaking, run set plays. It's 88-61. Goki with the save, and O'Neill will have it go off from Benedict's foot out of bounds. It's going to be Windsor basketball. And I must say, the officials have done an outstanding job tonight in this tough. It's tough to go. Well, actually, I've talked to this is a lot easier for them in these to hold it, drag it out type games. They're into the flow of the game as much as the players are the officials. Perkins, nope, he'll be short on his 3-ball. They'll be taken out there by Altabel, and Altabel will come out to Benedict. 47 seconds left in the basketball game, and the Yellow Jackets with an impressive performance tonight at the Common Avenue Gym. It's Mercado, and yeah. He's got to be pretty tired by now. And MSJ, a lot of guys walking down the floor right now. And I tell you, it's been played just the way Windsor wants it. Sexton with the block shot will be put back up, and Sexton just fouled out, I believe. Yeah, I think that's going to be 5 on Ben. Yeah, so Sexton will fall out, and that'll bring Nolan Rhodes back in the basketball game, and he'll take Sexton's spot on the floor. Yeah, that guy's money's worth. Yeah. And Reedy coming in the basketball game for Benedict. So it's Rhodes, Reedy, Altabel, Mercado, and Margolin on the floor for MSJ for what will be the final 28.2 seconds of basketball. Perkins with the ball fake again, and nope. almost able to kiss a high off the glass and in, even though that wasn't his intention. He'll go to Mark Golan, and he'll duck underneath and get the finish. 88-63 now, and Goki will just turn and bring the ball up himself. Goki will dribble the open spot on the floor, and he'll bring the pass back to Lenz, and Lenz with 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and the countdown will begin. And Windsor, will they hold it out? Tancredi will let it fly with 1 second, and it won't count. It's going to be 88-63 Windsor with the win over MSJ.